Canadian MP lauds Grenada's moves to include all in nation building.
When I hear other jurisdictions saying, we appreciate that Grenada does this. We appreciate that there is this active civil engagement. That is something that I think Grenadians should be very proud of.
Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Canada's Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister for International Development has commended the government of Grenada for what she calls a tremendous example of social engagement. Mrs. Cecilia Caesar Chavans, a Grenadian by birth, who was on a brief visit to her homeland, said it is always wise for a government to take into account the needs and views of all sides. Social partners, which include churches, trade unions, and the business community, are all on board in the process of nation building in Grenada.
We appreciate that Grenada does this. We appreciate that there is this active civil engagement. That is something that I think Grenadians should be very proud of, because it means that there is a consultative effort to ensure that their voice is truly reflected in government and, most importantly, reflected in policy.
She says government's method of all-inclusiveness and reporting regularly on its work has been recognized all over.
Your government's commitment to hosting town halls and reporting the results of policies and programs did not go unnoticed, and I heard about it during this trip as well. I don't know if that is because I insist on telling people that I'm Grenadian, or if because people are watching what Grenada is doing as an example, but whatever it is, keep doing it because it is being recognized and appreciated.
The House of Representatives has authorized the Minister of Finance to borrow $6 million as additional financing for the OECS Regional Tourism Competitiveness Project. This is in addition to a loan agreement entered into with the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development to obtain financing for the project. The motion was brought by Finance Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, who said a core objective of the project is to facilitate the movement of people in the region using existing ferry systems.
With the question of the lack of sufficient transport, air and sea, that connects the people of the region and that provides sufficient opportunity or more opportunity for more trade within the region. So if you do not have the vessels, the ferries, you would affect tourism, you also affecting trade in a very serious way. So that's why I said it's a combination of activities that we're looking at. The second one is to market the region as one destination. In other words, there is that perception if I just go off on my own and market and just see to it that the rest name is not mentioned, I get hurt too. In other words, if the Caribbean region promotes itself as one single destination, recognizing, of course, each of us our own beauty, and market together, all of us will benefit even more than we're doing at this particular time.
It will also help to improve potential tourism sites, especially those in the rural areas, leading to an increase in jobs. Dr. Mitchell spoke of some of the other key benefits of the project.
And the key beneficiaries would be the following: increased contribution to GDP, of course, employment opportunities, foreign exchange increases, an opportunity to leverage investment to secure additional financing, for example, for areas like the Carnage, increase occupancy in the hotel sector, increase earnings for the taxi operators, more earnings from small business sectors like the vendors, for example, new business opportunities for ferry operators, and increase interregional trade, which I mentioned before, and of course enhance tourism activity.
The term for the loan is 30 years for maturity with an almost 10-year grace period with an interest rate of 2.44%. A new date has been worked on for Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell to travel to Venezuela in his capacity as chairman of CARICOM for a work meeting that will determine a plan of action for dialogue in that country. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro extended an invitation to the Prime Minister in a letter dated July 7th for dialogue, but because this was received by Dr. Mitchell after the proposed meeting date of July 11th or 12th, a new one has to be set. In his letter, President Maduro expressed he wholeheartedly welcomes the valuable proposal contained in the statement, offering the good offices of CARICOM to reactivate an agenda of constructive dialogue among the political sectors of his country. The Venezuelan foreign minister was in Grenada during the CARICOM heads of government meeting and met with several leaders individually, including Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, on the margins of the plenary session on Thursday, July 6th. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
The Children's Carnival Frolic returns to the National Stadium on Saturday, August 5th. And this year, it's no exception to the fun and frolic experienced by our nation's children as they parade in colorful revelry. It's fancy masks, still pen, calypso show.
I love Carnival. I love my mask.
It's the Children's Carnival Frolic, National Stadium. Starting time 11 a.m. Admission adults $20, children pay $10. More at the door. So don't miss out on this sizzling array of colors. It's mass, pan, and calypso. The Children's Carnival Frolic. Saturday, August 5th. Bring your kids, bring every child, and have a ball.
ICT Minister Gregory Bowen says all of Grenada is proud of the team of young people now in Washington, D.C. for the first Global Robotics Challenge, which runs until Tuesday. Grenada's team comprises 6 students from secondary school and TAMCC and 2 team leaders. The challenge has been staged to ignite a passion for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics among the more than 2 billion youth across the world. A farewell ceremony was held at the Maurice Bishop International Airport on Friday. Minister for Communications, Works, ICT, and Community Development, Honorable Gregory Bowen, wished the team well at the global competition. He said Grenada is proud no matter the result.
Tomorrow you will be the future leaders of the world. And if you can communicate not only through languages, but by understanding what is happening, by understanding the culture of the world. When you sit in high positions, we'll have a peaceful world. We'll have a world where the environment is safe and where we are going forward to for the best of humanity. So I want to wish you the best. Do your best for Grenada. Participate, and we will be proud. We'll be watching you. You know that if you already set up your telecommunications and informatics communications thing through your pages, through WhatsApp, through Facebook, and it is well read. And we want to see that when you walk up there and we watch you, that we'll be justly proud of you. No matter the outcome, we are extremely proud, and you have participated and you have learned.
Some of the parents also took the time to wish the team well.
I'm happy for all of the young people to get this opportunity to go out there and first of all showcase Grenada and get a better understanding of robotics on a global basis so that in the future we can have them building robots right here in Grenada.
You go have fun, represent Grenada well. Go Grenada!
Grenada continues to celebrate its achievements at the recently held RHS Chelsea Flower Show 2017 in the United Kingdom. Its exhibit entitled Historical Botanical Gardens, Pure Grenada, won the highly coveted gold medal. This brings the number of gold medals to 13 over 19 years of exhibiting at the show. On Thursday, a reception was organized by the Grenada Tourism Authority and other sponsors of the flower show. Ms. Patricia Ma, CEO of Grenada Tourism Authority, highlighted the potential of Grenada's flora and fauna and the benefits that the show brings to Grenada.
The Grenada Tourism Authority is thrilled to boast about our flowers. And we're thrilled to boast about our award-winning Chelsea Flower Show representation. And we're thrilled to show our visitors our gardens. So we see tremendous potential to tell our Chelsea Flower Show story to our visitors. and invite guests to experience our real beautiful flowers in Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
Tourism and Civil Aviation Minister Honorable Clarice Modest-Kerwin commended the team for their hard work at promoting Grenada at the international event.
This has contributed to making Grenada a little bigger in the map. People always say Grenada is such a tiny dot. Sometimes, depending on the map, they used to leave it out, but I notice in recent times we are always there, and the dot is getting bigger because of people like you and others who contribute to making Grenada known worldwide. Let us give the team a round of applause, please.
Historical Botanical Gardens Pure Grenada acknowledges an institution in the hearts of Grenadians and promotes the island's extraordinary biodiversity and spices that thrive at different levels of vegetation. And that's the National Report. I am Rakisha St. Louis.